biggest headache of my life right now. But good morning, good afternoon. If you guys saw my post on the community tab, which for the record I do use a lot, I told you guys that I was just going to take some quiet time today. I really have been trying to figure out a lot of stuff. I definitely feel like my anticipation or expectations for Vlogmas were somewhat accurate, but it's the first time that I've done this in years where, sorry, I'm almost dropping things, where I'm like fully kind of listening to the space of my brain where I'm like, how close am I to feeling like I'm burning out? Where do I need to maybe not be so active, or like, how am I approaching this, and is it the way that I want to be approaching this and creating things? So we had that moment last night, and I don't know if you guys have had this experience, and it's a little bit newer to me, but I had dinner with a friend last night, and we just had one of those nights where you're chatting about a lot of stuff. Sorry guys, I grabbed the wrong light. I charged one yesterday, and I thought that when I grabbed was when I charged, but it's not. But we had one of those just really like, it was like almost a massive therapy session in a way that like it felt like a massive therapy session. Now you have a hair on you. And I didn't realize just how like emotionally and energetically exhausted I would feel after that, because I said a lot of stuff last night that I feel like I've never really said out loud or just admitted. And like the more that I grow in kind of loving myself, and the more that like I feel comfortable with it. I said a lot of things out loud last night that I don't think I've ever said out loud, and I was just honestly very well and truly processing a lot of emotions and being so grateful to have a friend where I could, but like I was processing it in a way where if you have friends that have like met the people in your life, you almost feel, I don't know, there's like a mental undercurrent for me of like, are you judging me for my perception of the situation? Even though you know this human being, like, am I not seeing the picture? Or you like double guess your second guess, or like really maybe don't give yourself the freedom to actually truly speak and process things in the way that you need to speak and process things, because but last night we just talked about a lot of stuff, like just a lot of things that have been kind of weighing on me, stuff that's been weighing on her, stuff that's just, but even more so for me, like stuff that it feels like I've been so scared to admit and to process out loud, and things that like I haven't wanted to admit to myself, and I'm still processing it, but like my body, oh, it's that kind of stuff for me that when people talk about how hard therapy is, there's like the physical trauma and the emotional drain of processing these things that your brain hasn't wanted to process, and because of that it like actually affects your nervous system, and you can kind of feel it everywhere. It's just like a different layer of stress. So in saying all of that, I did not anticipate waking up and just being like, I just feel like I have nothing to give, and that like my cup isn't refilling as much as I would need it to, or like it to, or want it to right now, and I need to kind of maybe sit down and assess where I can refill my cup as we're kind of pouring out every day with these videos in a beautiful way. But I'm feeling definitely emotionally exhausted after the results of that. However, we looked at some fun Christmas lights. I don't know how many people are anywhere near where I live, but there are a few places that have like good little light setups. One of the things I miss the most about Atlanta is just, we normally go every year to some kind of light show, whether or not that's Callaway Gardens, which I'm still secretly hoping I can sneak into this month, or just some kind of lighting scenario. Like there's just all of the different things, all of the different options, and we normally go once a year, but I wasn't quite sure, especially with Bear starting chemo and my current car situation, how that was going to play out for the holiday season. Which, for the record, I'm very much working on the car stuff, but like it's not gonna be as much on my radar until the beginning of the year. We did look at lights last night, and then tonight, and why I'm kind of getting ready today, and I'm taking it kind of chill because it's just one of those days. Creating the other Savannah's Christmas tree. So she's already put it up, but we haven't done the decorations yet. And we normally try to do some kind of like festive over the top thing. Like we did the Bridgerton tea party stuff together. I just love kind of having those extra moments. We have plans to make some Christmas cookies, to decorate, maybe see what movie's on. If I would have suggested tomorrow, I could have said that we could watch the Sabrina Carpenter one on Netflix. But I think right now, we'll see. It might be that we actually end up, my guess is that we'll end up just being like, let's catch up on Outlander, and that's what we'll actually watch, because I don't think she's watched the first 2 episodes of this season, which, holy freaking crap. My Black Friday order in from Abercrombie, but I haven't actually opened it yet, so I thought we could try that together, give you guys a little bit more light, and see how these jeans are. I think I'm going to do a blog post on can curvy girls wear oversized clothing, and maybe some tips and tricks to it, because I feel like there's still a part of my brain that tells myself to dress skinny, and I'm trying to like merge that with the, is this stylish? Is this actually, like when I'm doing all these tweaks and changes for my clothes, am I styling myself for my curves, or am I styling myself to look skinny, or am I styling myself to look a certain way? Like, what is the ultimate goal there? Because I feel like that is a part of the healing journey, is to be able to balance that. But we have pants to try on, so let's see how these kind of oversized pants. I don't know how I feel about these, and these are the 90 straight ultra high rise. Maybe it's just because my energy levels today or how I'm kind of currently feeling in my body, but these fit like they should. They're definitely a little bit tight, but I know that they would probably stretch. They're like kind of right on. So much. I think I actually got them, let's see. I actually got these as a short, which is saying something given where they kind of hit on my legs. And because of the way that I carry weight in my body, the length of pant legs tends to change on me based on how my hips are at any given time. These are the same length that I would expect and want if they were regular, because I do like them to be a little bit longer. Pants like these, I just always tend to wear some kind of heel with. Otherwise, I feel like I just look a little bit too... I need the extra height to kind of lengthen it all out. I think this might make me the most sad. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but I got the ones that are bejeweled, and I was really excited about them, but I don't know if you can see it from there either, is that I have this nice big gap back here. So like everything feels a little bit tighter in the front, but I have all of that extra material still there. It just sits in the back. So I'm not sure if that'll work for me. We might take them to the tailor and kind of see if we can fix that, but honestly I like the length. I do think that I would like these if they were longer. They are kind of short, coming right at the ankle, but like the actual funness of them excites me, although I do think we could probably do this ourselves. My big thing is I always see the really cute jeans, but most of us know how hard it is to find like good fitting jeans unless you're working with somebody who's altering them for you. And that is what I'm speaking into my life for 2025, because I do not want to have to complain about clothes that don't fit me anymore simply because I haven't taken the time to prioritize making a tailor a part of my life. I know that it needs to happen, but I have to say, I'm very I said this before and I'll say it again, I feel like Abercrombie Curve Love has been such an interesting journey, especially because I've worn anywhere from a size 10 to a size 16 over the last like 5 years. And knowing that it really feels like, you would think that if it's a Curve Love jean and you were designing in Curve Love for somebody who's got bigger hips and waist and the back to the like, everything down here is bigger and this is smaller, that when these sizes, that these jeans would actually fit me better, that there wouldn't be such a gap. That is in my mind what Curve Love caters to, but I don't know. I don't know that my mind and what they're advertising exists the same, and I think it's just a new day, new struggle, somewhat accurate brand advertising. Who knows? I didn't tell you that I think I want to do a Q7 instead of a Q5. So driving your car is going to be the test because it's similar in size. I tried to go look at a Q7 during Bear surgery, and I was trying to look at do the responsible thing of looking at the year that I actually wanted, even if I couldn't like see all the colors, and at this point I've accepted that God is teaching me how to do things through this car, and that it's really just like a, like the Q7, if your wildest dreams come true, fit more things, so you should get that. But I'm just like, can we stop learning lessons? I just want a new car. Time for us to see if I am a Mercedes girl. How do I do any of this? Ah, okay. All of the car things are on the side. I feel a little short. I really don't know the best way to go about doing this. Or can I actually pull out this way? I guess there's not enough traffic and we'll be okay. Oh, this is so much heavier than I'm used to. But we're confirming whether or not I'd be okay with a car this size. I'd be okay with a car this size, but this is like heavier is the best way I can describe it. For anybody wondering, I think I'm driving a GLA. I do feel like I have a lot of power behind me. I really like this dash situation. How nice that my camera actually gets to sit somewhere with ease. I do have to say, this car, every time I get in it, it feels a little bit like a spaceship. Like, just the number of knobs and dials and things. I'm such a grandma, and then I really like to have like I just want to have a good like volume knob that's not necessarily on the steering wheel. Like, it brings me comfort to kind of have that. I'm gonna be that grandma who freaks out someday when everything is on the screen and I just want to turn the knob really quickly and get rid of the noise. You know, it's really the little things that come with daydream. Do you think we can comfortably confirm that this is not my future car? I haven't driven a really big car in a long time, and this is definitely not the biggest car I've ever driven, but it's nice to know that of all of the other cars that I potentially dreamed about, it doesn't necessarily feel like a Mercedes would be my vibe at the moment. It just doesn't fit, but it's always good to like check them off the list just so you know that you know these things. I do absolutely love the inside of this car. It's just so nice. And the volume button's down here. I did find it. Oh, this does that. This is like, I would have to read the manual because honestly, this car is craziness. This is what we're making. A beast. Listen, have you watched Outlander yet?
No!
You're gonna scream and chuck something at the TV, and then you're gonna be glad that I read the books.
Yeah.
To save you from the emotional trauma of what we're about to endure.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't watch it. So I got caught up.
I either have to take, I like to have at least a space where I can watch 3 episodes of something so that I can determine whether or not I'm actually going to get into it, because otherwise what happens is you just end up strung along with the show, and I'm like, I just don't want to waste my time. So like, let me just know now from 3 episodes if you've got a pattern I don't like in your show, and then I won't sit here and not watch all the other things or read the stuff or watch the YouTube. Like, there's 70,000 things I could watch, and I don't want to waste it on a show that's crap. I started rewatching Scandal, and I'm just like, man, no wonder my anxiety's so high, because Shonda never chills them out. But yeah, but like watching Outlander, oh my god, this season. God, I gotta watch it.
I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we